The light has been extinguished. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am a fat, scary... Well, wait a minute. Aha. There we go. I am a fat, scary security guard guarding an indescript industrial location somewhere in Southern California. And, of course, at this location, the owner is on property. I think he lives here, or at least somebody lives here. But I have to use a portable toilet because his restroom is off limits to me. Yeah. Portable toilets stink. Literally and figuratively, portable toilets stink. And what exactly is that blue stuff that you piss into? You know, it's like, what is it's some sort of a chemical base, but it's like, the problems with base is that you have no pain receptors for it. So, like, if you actually wound up having to stick your hand in there and you don't get a handful of poop, the other nasty part is your skin can fall off and you could not notice until it falls off. So that's, portable toilets are just so dangerous and disgusting. But that's life when you're a security guard. There's always going to be that, you know, you have to use a restroom that you don't terribly care about, or you don't find terribly clean, and, you know, things like that happen. It's life in the new industrial world of Donald Trump and prosperity. You know, that's one of those things. They say that the economy is doing so well. You know, I went to Los Angeles yesterday, and I took my recyclables to an elderly nun, and she takes the money and helps the homeless. And, you know, things are so expensive right now because of the trade war. Food has gone up in price. Commodities have gone up in price. Pet food is harder to come by. And now I see tents every which way in Los Angeles. You know, there were always tents in Los Angeles, of course. But it's getting worse. You know, there are more and more homeless. And it's become a true epidemic. And there's just nothing seems to be done. And I work at a place where we house 150 homeless people. And we're supposed to go up to 600 or 700 or something like that. I mean, it's just a ridiculous number. And it is a semi-permanent housing solution. These people can be there for years, but the problem, of course, being is that, you know, once somebody is homeless, getting them to not be homeless is very hard, because what you need to not be homeless is not only a good job, but a solid support network. Because you can't go out there and find one job and then be okay, you know, and you might lose that job the next day. You know, you never know. So even if you're not living paycheck to paycheck, I mean, what happens when you live in an apartment and you lose your job? Okay, you've lost a huge portion of your income. You know, maybe you've got a landlord that'll let you slide a bit, but okay, so now you're accumulating debt if you don't get another job right away. This is the concept, the overall idea of the wage slave. You know, I'm all for the idea of being a productive member of society, but if you don't have a choice, if you have to get up and work, you're pretty much a slave. It's one of those things. It's like, yeah, I guess when we're talking about true slavery, guys on the cotton field, you know, they run away, and then they got to fend for themselves, and someone's going to look for them and try to bring them back. All right, in this day and age, if I ran away from my industrial nightmare here, no one's going to come and find me and try to bring me back. But if I don't go find another job, then I'm out on the street. It's one of those things. When you talk about the concept of freedom, we will be free when we live in a world where nobody has got to worry about going hungry, because no one should ever have to worry about going hungry in a civilized society. We should live in a world where anybody who wants a job can get one. Every job should be able to support a reasonable standard of living. I mean, the only people who should be unemployable are people that have some form of disability, and we need to have a society where those people are taken care of. And there's the thing, is that if my boss knows that I have to show up at work tomorrow no matter what, he has a lot of power over me. He can make me deal with a lot of abuse. But if he lives in a world where it's like, all right, I walk, I'm fine. He can't suffer that same level of abuse. I don't know where we got here from the concept of porta potties, but, well, here I am, I'm guarding someplace in the middle of nowhere, using a porta potty and contemplating my place in this new society where they keep talking about the new normal, which should never be normal at all. Anyway. So, thoughts? I'm Richard.